Hey everybody, this is KB Lifestyle, Brandy and Kenny. Just wanted to chat real quick. We had showed a video of me cooking HelloFresh, and just wanted to chat a little bit about that. Of course, those are I wouldn't say meals because you got to make them, but it's a package of meals, and they actually come in a bag. And if you need an onion's in there, a tomato, whatever you need is in that bag along with the meat that you have with it. And they come with a complete recipe card. Most of the meals that I chose, they were from the Fit and Healthy meal plan, and around 630 calories, I think, were most of them in that range, maybe an
I
800.
think we had a couple, and there was like 1,000.
And that was the
Yeah.
meatloaf.
Right.
That was pretty tasty. So it was nice because we didn't have to go to the store and get each specific ingredient for each specific meal. Of course, I don't normally, we kind of buy in bulk, basically a whole thing of chicken, or we have a freezer of beef and stuff like that. But I don't. The cost of we did 2 weeks worth of meals at 4 meals each, and the actual cost was just right at $80 for those 4 meals. Now, so I think it breaks down to what, $13? I can't remember the breakdown, but something like that.
Well, it was
It was
$80
$80.
for 4 meals, so it
But
cost us basically $20 for both of us.
Both of us, right?
Which is pretty reasonable, especially considering there's no waste or anything like that.
Right.
It's all fresh stuff.
Very fresh, and to me, it felt like we were going out to eat, but eating at home. It was so flavorful.
Yeah, it's not fancy. It's not fancy food. It's just
But it
fresh.
was chicken. It was pasta. It was
the seasoning and everything was very good. Very
Yeah.
good food.
It was excellent, and to make it, I think there was one meal that took 40 minutes, but most of the time 30 minutes, and a couple of them were like 15.
Yeah.
We had that steak and potatoes, but it took no time at all to fix that. But really enjoyed it. This week I ordered 2 meals, and I think 2 meals is probably going to be more cost effective for us, because I can still go to the store, buy what we normally eat. We normally eat chicken or ground turkey of some sort of meal, and then a veggie and a potato, sweet potato or regular potato. I mean, we're pretty basic.
Yeah.
But high protein.
Well, one of the advantages to the HelloFresh is that it's actually the same macros as what we eat, as far as a good source of carbohydrates, good source of protein, all those things, which is what we do. We just don't, our staple would be like chicken breast, sweet potato, and broccoli. I mean,
Yeah.
we eat that like 3 times a week at least.
Yeah.
So, but we like it, and it hits all of our macros, and it's low calorie and all that. So, and that food from HelloFresh was the same type macros. Now, as far as the disadvantages of HelloFresh is that there's not enough protein. So
Right.
we had to add protein.
The protein quantity was maybe 4 ounces.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Like 4 ounces.
And so we normally have at
least double that.
least,
At least double that.
for you, for sure, double that you need.
Yeah.
We, in our macros, we try to hit 120 to 150 in that range. And so just tracking what they had for the protein content was not enough.
Yeah, for dinner we usually will have somewhere in the 50 to 70 grams of protein range, usually for dinner.
Yeah.
And theirs is about half that, maybe a little more than half, but still, that was the biggest disadvantage I thought of it, is that it really hit everything, the calories and the carbohydrates, and it's also you would have potatoes and things like that for your carbohydrates instead of processed stuff. So
Yeah.
it was very similar to the way we eat. It's just a little shy on protein.
Right. And we do supplement some of our protein. We do use a protein powder. It's called UMP, U-M-P. It mixes so well.
Yeah, you can cook with it.
Yeah, or just mix it with water, and we just use vanilla UMP, and it mixes with water, and it's
That's my
super
morning.
tasty.
That's my morning protein. Is I put 30 grams of protein powder in my oatmeal.
Yeah,
and it's delicious.
It's awesome in oatmeal.
It is very good.
Now, I will say for breakfast and lunch, we have the same meals every day.
Turkey sandwich.
Turkey sandwich for
A
lunch,
big one.
and if you have breakfast,
Yeah.
you have UMP oats.
Most of the time I do. The only time I don't is if I'm cutting weight. If I'm trying to get rid of some body fat, then I'll skip breakfast because it's easy for me to skip breakfast. So that gets rid of about 400 calories right there. So right now, it's most of the time I am eating breakfast. I'm not really trying to lose any weight. This summer I probably will lose a little, just being more active. But that it certainly, and even if you don't want to skip breakfast, you just want to have a protein shake or something, works good for that.
Right.
100 calories and you get 20 grams of
20
protein.
grams of protein just in one scoop of UMP. So.
And we're not sponsored
No.
by any of these, HelloFresh or
And
UMP or anything. It's just what we've been using.
we were told to use UMP. I don't know. We've probably been using it for 6 or 7 years.
6 or 7 years, yeah.
And we haven't strayed to any other types of, because it tastes so good.
Yeah, and I've tried other protein powders in the past, and
Yeah.
that I'm sure that the quality of the protein in it is just fine. But as far as what it tastes like and how it mixes and the fact you can cook with it, because she's actually made like protein pancakes and all
Yeah, or even, if I make pancakes, I always throw some of that protein in it just to give us some extra protein.
Yeah.
Or if smoothies, we have it in smoothies.
Mhm. Yeah.
Just, frozen strawberries, water, and this
Almond or water.
Or, I've been using water.
Yeah.
or-
So that's like 200 calories smoothie.
Yeah,
And
and
you get
it's
20, 30
so
grams of protein.
I mean, because we also kind of don't have sugar. Granted, we have sugar and carbs and that we eat, but
And fruit and stuff. Yeah.
but we don't like it, an exception for last night's chocolate cake. We don't normally
Well,
have
and that's
sugar.
the thing is that we do those. I mean,
We do.
If we want to have something like that, we do it. And last night we had fried catfish, and we were at a restaurant and had that
French
chocolate,
fries.
that chocolate cake afterwards. But we do that because we kind of feel like we have control of our food. So
Right.
it's okay that we have that very high calorie meal because we're back on track today. It's
Yeah, back to normal.
yeah, the lifestyle thing that we talk about a lot, that's really what it is we, as a rule, we don't eat processed sugar. We obviously
Here and
we
there.
have barbecue sauce and things like that. Of course, processed sugar is in about everything, but for the most part, we don't have processed sugar, and it makes a huge impact on our caloric intake because it just doesn't. There's no benefit to it.
Yeah.
Other than it gives you some instant fuel, but most of that's going to be stored as body fat.
And I don't crave it. You, I think, crave it a little bit more
Yeah.
than I do.
I
But
do.
when I don't have sugar, I really don't crave it anymore.
Yeah, the only way I get rid of my cravings is when I get rid of carbs completely, get rid of keto and all that. Then I don't have any cravings for carbohydrates or sugar or anything. But yeah, I still have cravings for sugar, but it's not nearly as bad as if I start eating more.
When you
Sugar,
have the sugar.
Then it's
Like over Christmas, we had, there's a new coffee shop and they have these cinnamon rolls that are to die for. They are so good. We just kept going back and getting more and more. It was
Yeah.
terrible.
yeah. The holidays this last holiday, the November, December, we definitely ate a lot of
The
food.
cinnamon rolls
I gained
just for
about
the,
10 pounds.
I think I
of
did
body
too.
fat.
I
than
did
she
too.
was. Yeah.
Probably. Yeah, it was horrible. But,
Well,
That's why we
kinda-
have the lifestyle that we do.
Yeah.
Is sometimes we fall off the wagon. Everybody does it. We're human.
Yeah. Well, I think the biggest mistake that we made early on was just trying to be perfect all the time. And I think that's the biggest mistake you can make is trying to be
Stopping.
perfect, and then whenever you do make a mistake or if something doesn't go quite as well as you want it to, it's easy to become discouraged and even lose interest in it. Where we've kind of embraced it's a roller coaster, and we've got the rest of our life to improve, and that's the way we kind of look at it. As long as we're doing a little better today than we were doing yesterday, and we're making improvements, then it's okay. It's okay if you gain a few pounds, and you're gonna lose it as long as you have control over your nutrition and your life, basically.
I mean, if you, it's a, you have to have a calorie deficit to lose weight.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
however you do that.
Yeah. Right. There's lots of ways.
There's so many ways out there. But if you're just maintaining a lifestyle of eating healthy,
Mhm.
I think that's the word for it.
Yeah.
I think,
Yeah.
fresh foods.
Yeah, and that's why we don't do cheat meals or anything like that, because I think that just kind of, and it's okay if it works for you, but for me, I think it just kind of, you create a negative relationship with food that you don't really want.
Yeah,
And
we don't want to
we don't want
celebrate.
Yeah, we don't want a negative relationship with food that we hate ourselves if we eat that piece of chocolate cake. We ate that piece of chocolate cake because we wanted to, and it's okay. We can, we have control over
The
it, so.
waitresses kept telling us how great it was, so we were like, okay, we gotta do this.
Yeah.
But, so anyway, back to the, I think HelloFresh is, we are not sponsored by HelloFresh or anything. You can go online and get discounts with them, for your first meals.
What's the other negatives on that HelloFresh? It is a little bit more expensive.
It's a little pricey, and I describe it as, it's maybe not as pricey as going out to eat for dinner, but it's that same flavor
Yeah.
as if you were going out to eat.
Yeah. It's
So
good.
that's why I kind of decided, well, I'm gonna order 2 meals this week, and we're gonna have those 2 meals, and that's kind of maybe our going out to eat type meals.
Yeah.
Because I mean, we do go out to eat, and we
Not
we
very
like
often.
to try new restaurants and things like that. We're in a new area, we're trying new things, but we don't go out to eat much. But this is kind of that, HelloFresh is that going out to eat, to me. But they do have discounts, like if you have you've bought so many meals, you get a meal free or something free, or they have those things. You can get an app for that. It's worth a try if you like to cook, or if you're going to cook your dinner. It's all right there in the bag. It's really awesome.
And there's no waste. I think that's probably what I
No
like the
waste,
most.
yeah.
That it's really difficult to. We try to not waste food, and it's hard sometimes.
Yeah.
It's hard to have.
We're-
We left 2 or 3 tomatoes in there that went bad, because we didn't get to them. So with HelloFresh, there's nothing left after you're done, unless you don't eat all your food and you want to keep
Right.
the leftovers.
But that's, I mean, we didn't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
If we left something on our plate, it was just a
Yeah.
few items,
Yeah.
not worth saving. But
Right.
I think it was really a really good program.
Yeah, I think we're gonna, like you said, a couple times a week probably, but that's about it.
Yeah.
We like to stick to our basics, our, I said chicken and sweet potato and broccoli. That's not the only thing we eat, obviously, but that kind of encompasses how we eat for dinner.
Yeah.
That's basically
And
it.
if you're a big family, it's just the 2 of us right now. Our daughter's in college, so
Right.
it's not really a plan for, I think, the whole family. I think it would be a lot more expensive that way.
Yeah.
Because buying in a little bit bigger bulk, you can save more money.
But there again, not having waste and just the convenience of it all. If you've got a busy life, I can see how, you don't want to go to the store, or you don't have time to go to the store. It's already there.
Yeah,
And-
I mean, and of course there's a store 10, 15 miles or minutes from us. Or if I wanna go to Walmart, it's 30 minutes to Walmart, so, definitely having that opportunity to, oh, here's your meal.
Yeah.
Delivered to your door.
Yep.
It's pretty cool, so. I think that's
So
all.
anyway, yeah, we wanted to just give our opinion of HelloFresh, and again, whether you shop with HelloFresh or not, it doesn't matter to us, but that's what we think of it anyway. We like it, a little shy on protein. That's the only real disadvantage that I had with it, is we had to add a little chicken to it. That's about it.
All right, thank you. Have a good day.
Bye.